Today is Sunday, and welcome to the startup vlog. My name is Emmy. Hi! Take a deep breath in. I said today was a rejuvenation day. It's a Sunday, but you know what? I ended up doing some work. Because, as I said before, when you are an entrepreneur or a founder, or have a startup or are self-employed, you really don't have a full day off. You like have parts of days off. But rarely do I have a full day off. And I think part of that is because I love what I do. So if I didn't love what I do, I would probably need a day off. But I love what I do. So when you love what you do it all the time. I mean, it's like a singer. A singer loves to sing, la 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 la. They sing all the time. I love the internet. I love new media. I love it. Okay, that's enough of the love fest. I told you I'm filming art studios and that kind of stuff. So then I'm subscribed to a couple of artists. I like to subscribe to artists. So if you know of any artists who have a YouTube channel, please let me know, because I really like to watch artists create things on YouTube. So that, you know, where they have the fast forward like I did yesterday, or even where they're just talking and they're talking in their studio. There's this one woman called Susie Blue. Anyways, she is a stamp artist, so mixed media with stamps. And I love watching her stuff. And she has such a good attitude about art and creativity, because you can be totally creative and artistic and not have any talent. Don't worry about it. Unless you're going to be working professionally as an artist, really, seriously, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just be creative. Who gives a crap if anyone else loves it? Just express yourself. You don't have to share it with anybody, but it's just so much fun. It is really a lot of fun to get down and to play with paper and pens and ink and the computers. It's fun. It is fun. And I teach workshops here in Munich occasionally. And the last one I did, I had a group of photographers come, and what we did is we modge podged their photographs onto canvases, and then they went ahead and did crazy things. So, I can actually show you one. Just one second. One of the art pieces, it was done by Kim. She's one of the photographers. She's an expatriate from the US. And as you can see, the initial workshop that I did, I showed them how to do one photograph on there. And then for me, I put one photograph and then I paint around it. That's one of I incorporate a Modge Podged photo into my art project. She took it one step farther, and she has incorporated this is an actual photograph here. She kept it and she just glued it on. And then she has Modge Podged here. She just Modge Podged, like she printed it out and she Modge Podged that on. And then I don't know if she did some painting. I think this here is painting. So she painted and she just did she had fun. She had fun. I loved it. So I bought this. She had an exhibition in October, and I bought this at her exhibition. So she does work, but she's kind of busy. Her husband's an entrepreneur, and he just started a company, and so they're like flying all over the place because his company is like a regular startup. He's starting a chain of brewery kind of companies in the US. But she does these great pieces, and she's a photographer. Her main artwork is photography. She trained as a graphic artist. That's what her training is in. So, but I love her stuff. I love it. If you like this, or if you want to learn how to do that, I could probably do a tutorial on that. It's so much fun. Really, we sat there for a whole day. We sat there and made a mess because it's really messy. Really messy. But it's just great fun. And we were doing it. It was the grown-ups doing it. And one of the artists brought her children, and my child was here. And the children just sat there and stared at us. And then I started feeling bad because we were having so much fun. I'm like, and I was like, I didn't have so many canvases that I could have the kids doing a lot of them. And you know, a child usually wants to do 10 or 15 of something. They don't want to just do one. But I had these, canvas that's on a pad. So it's like a pad of paper, and each one is a piece of canvas. And so I ripped those off and had the kids put their photographs, and then I also hadn't printed out a huge amount of photographs. And you can't use like a regular photograph, that you've had at Walgreens or something that has the glossy paper in the back. It has to be something printed out of a printer for it to work really well. And so I had all these kids were staring at me, and I'm like, oh, I guess you want to learn how to do this too. And oh my God, they had so much fun. And they asked me to set up an exhibition for them. And I was like, yeah, okay, just one thing at a time. Today I worked on 2 recipes. One of them I had made earlier in the week, and it's a black bean fritters. I think they're called black bean fritters. And the problem was I didn't know I used a bean flour, so that it was also considered a protein. I used that in the mixture, and I didn't know if they had black bean flour. So we had to do some research, and we found out there is black bean flour, just not here in Germany, or we can't find it here in Germany. So the recipe is for Americans, so Americans can use the recipe. They just have to, they will use it with black bean flour. They use them in tortillas. Did you know that? I had no clue. So that was good news. And today I made falafels that are appropriate for the plant. So they're metabolically balanced falafels. And I had to test it out because with this company that I work for, they have 4 phases. So you start off in phase 1, which is really strict, and you're learning how to the first 2 phases, you're learning how to manage your metabolism so that you stay even all day. You don't have these big dips, like you don't get exhausted in the middle of the day. You pretty much just have energy like all day long. It's great. There's no dipping. There's no feeling like exhausted during the day. You just feel the same all day long, basically. It's absolutely wonderful. So to do that, you have to go through the first couple weeks, and the first couple weeks you're learning to stabilize your metabolism. Then once you learn to stabilize your metabolism, you just kind of eke your way into like regular eating, incorporating new foods, look one at a time to make sure that it doesn't whack out your metabolism. And you can just keep adding foods, and you'll see if you start feeling tired or you feel horrible, not to keep eating that food. It gets put on your no list, and you basically work that way. And so for me, I had to, today with the falafels, I had to try it in the strict phase for that 2 weeks, so someone in that 2 weeks could eat it, and then someone who is past that could eat it. And I, of course, had people over. I said, try these! And they're like totally in love with the ones for later, because you actually got to use a little bit of oil to fry them up a little bit. Just a tiny bit of oil, you don't use a lot. You're not deep frying these. And then the 2 weeks is baked. And they're like, it's very flavorful, and it tastes, tastes good, but it's not as good as the ones with oil. That's always the way, right? But it's only like 2 weeks that you can't have oil for this health plan. So it's absolutely not a sacrifice. For 2 weeks, you can handle eating the ones that taste okay, but are not as great as the ones with oil. So that was the lesson I learned today. Oil just makes everything so much more yummy. And it's okay for you. If you use the right ones, it's absolutely okay. So there you go. That was my day today. I got to be creative with food. I got to be creative with art, because I did work on that project that I showed you yesterday. And so it was really nice. That was art is my decompression. So Sundays, I'll probably be making more art on Sundays. Be working on those designs. I have not yet. I have been listening all day as I do my work. I've been listening to your vlogs and answering them, but I have not been sketching. So now I'm going to do a sketch as I listen. I mean, I'm so backlogged on vlogs. I never realized that it would take so much time to just listen to the vlogs, and they're not my usual subscriptions either. So I feel like I need to devote more time to that. I gotta schedule that in. Maybe get up an hour early or something. All right, have a wonderful Sunday. Bye.